Hey, Salam, everyone. I'm here with you once again for just a little short piece. I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to get right into what I have to say and just make a short commentary at the end. I wanted to start by reading um, two articles. One is going to focus on the US, and the other is going to focus on one of its um, quote unquote European allies, or, you know, part of its body, so to speak. So the title of the article of this article is Pentagon warns future wars may hit U.S. soil as direct military threats grow. The Pentagon's newly released National Defense Strategy warns that future wars may no longer be fought solely overseas, arguing the U.S. military must be prepared to conduct combat operations directly from their American homeland as adversaries gain the ability to strike the United States itself. The strategy released 2 evenings ago elevates homeland defense above all missions, calling for expanded missile defense, counter-drone systems, cyber capabilities, and long-range strike forces capable of launching decisive operations from U.S. soil. Pentagon planners describe a global threat environment that is faster, more dangerous, and far less forgiving than in the past decades. The joint force must be ready, quote unquote, to deter and, if called upon, to prevail, including the ability to launch decisive operations against targets anywhere, including directly from the U.S. homeland, the strategy states. More direct military threats to the American homeland has also grown in recent years, including threats as well as a variety of conventional strike and space, cyber, electromagnetic warfare capabilities, it adds. Russia and China both field intercontinental ballistic missiles that can reach the continental United States, while North Korea has tested long-range missiles that the U.S. officials say are capable of hitting U.S. territory. Iran is not believed to possess intercontinental ballistic missiles capable of reaching U.S. soil. As a result, the Pentagon will prioritize President Donald Trump's planned Golden Dome missile defense shield, with a focus on defeating large missile barrages and other advanced serial attacks, while also hardening military and key civilian infrastructure against cyber strikes. The United States should never and will never be left vulnerable to nuclear blackmail, the strategy states, as it calls for continued modernization of the nation's nuclear deterrent. But here's the part that we need to pay attention to. The strategy warns the United States could face multiple crises at the same time, with adversaries acting together or exploiting moments of distraction, raising the risk that conflicts overseas could overlap and reach the homeland early. So let's look at one more article, and this is going to serve as a witness um, to the one that I just read. So the title of this one, rather, I'm sorry, says Norway warns 13,000 citizens their homes and vehicles could be seized if war breaks out. Norway has warned thousands of citizens that the army may have to seize their homes and vehicles if war breaks out with Russia. Military officials said that around 13,500 letters were issued to Norwegians warning them that certain assets may need to be requisitioned, including properties, vehicles, boats, and machinery. The requisitions are intended to ensure that in wartime situation, the armed forces have access to the resources necessary for the defense of the country, the Norwegian military said. Hans Jernberg, the head of the military's logistics organization, said the importance of being prepared for crisis and war has increased dramatically in recent years. Norway is in the most serious security policy situations since the Second World War. Our society must be prepared for security policy crises and, in the worst case, war. We are undertaking a major buildup of military and civil preparedness, he added. Imagine they're both really saying the same thing, but in a different way. Children of Akobe, you need to wake up. For many, many, many years, beginning from a young age, we are taught not to listen to ourselves. We're taught to listen to others, but not ourselves. As we've arrived at this time spoken of, that the Most High has awakened his people, at least a remnant of them, please take heed. Take heed of the warning that war is coming, war is at the door. It is here, sooner, much sooner than you think. The escalation continues by their hands and by the hands of the Most High. So I'm saying to you, wake up, arise, shake it off, look to the Most High, repent, and then, by extension, read His Word and listen to the words of the watchmen, of the messengers that He has sent unto you, that you may hear and do and live. So I hope that um, those hearing will take heed. And until I see you on the next one, Selah.